Let me tell you about my week. It started in Italy with an amazing espresso, which fueled me all the way back to London, where I did a show, before travelling to Grimsby and doing my thing there. And then getting myself all the way to Australia, meeting up with some old friends, getting back into my costume, and doing a show in the hot, sunny son of a... Well, this is unexpected. Not, if I'm honest, what I travelled 9,000 miles for. I mean, rain I have at home. Okay, back to the hotel for some self-care, and let's try again tomorrow. There, that's more like it. Douglas Adams said that every country is like a different person, and he said that Australia is Jack Nicholson. He said it comes right up to you and laughs in your face in a highly threatening and engaging manner. There is some truth to that. It can be aggressively optimistic and friendly, like someone you don't know super well slapping you on the back while laughing and leaving you unsure if it was intended as an assault or not. I've been here for a week of shows twice before. I was supposed to come back in 2020, so like all the other gigs I had scheduled for that year, I'm only just now getting around to it. You can't judge a place in a week, but doing shows outside is a nice way to at least get a vibe. The great thing about these kinds of festivals is that the shows have no ticket price, so everyone is able to watch. That's one of the main reasons that I love street performing. Of course, the real name of this place isn't Fremantle, it's Walialup. And the Wadjuk people have lived here for around 50,000 years before the white folks blundered in, yelling all the new rules like a divorced dad coming back from the pub in 1829. Before every show they played the acknowledgement announcement, a recording that recognises the indigenous history of the land and gives thanks. It is, on one hand, beautiful in its simplicity, but on the other hand, feels like the literal least anyone could be doing. It feels like stealing someone's car and saying, "Cheers, Dave," whenever you put the key in the ignition. It's funny, I've been doing street shows off and on for pretty much all my adult life, so without sounding too arrogant, I feel like I know what I'm doing by now. But today, I had the first show on a brand new pitch. The first time a show gets done in a new place is called breaking the pitch, and I had that honour and responsibility today. And even after 35 years of doing this, I was still pacing around before the show, fussing and stressing over things, worrying that there might not be enough people, that I might not be able to draw a decent-sized crowd, just the same way I did when I was starting out. It's the nature of the art form. Every pitch is different, so it's like starting fresh every time. The inevitable flip side of the spontaneity that makes busking so magical. But then, flash forward an hour, and it's done, and it worked. And I'm sweaty under my suit, and my voice is a bit scratchy, and I grab a coffee and I bounce off to my next show with a little endorphin-fueled swagger. Pitch broken, worries silenced by an audience. And that addictive cocktail of exhaustion and dopamine that washes over you after a show really fires those neurons. I like to think I'm a pretty creative person. I've always got a bunch of ideas in various stages of life, but when I'm working at a festival like this, my creative brain goes into overdrive. My head is full of ways to improve what I just did. Ways to make it better, ways to make it funnier, new routines that might fit in nicely. It's an unstoppable torrent of stuff to fill my notebook with. And that seems like as good a sign as any that I should keep doing it.